Yeah, guys, we are back, guys. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the subs. Shout out to everybody who clicked on this, and especially the guys you already know, man. A special huge shout out, man, to everybody. I mean, if you clicked on this, it's because you love Lorde, right? So, I mean, guys, literally, I've said it in so many videos, and I will continue to say it, guys. Out of everything that we have done on this channel, we've done a lot of great stuff. You guys have introduced me into so much, you guys introduced me to so much good music, right? Guys, there's nothing better. Nothing comes even close. I could literally, as much as I love everything that we've heard on this channel, guys, if I could never hear anything ever again except for one thing, I would gladly get rid of everything we've ever heard on this channel, guys, to be able to hear Melodrama. Melodrama is one of the greatest albums ever made. It's so literally it's like so perfect. Like, the more I hear it, the more I'm convinced that it's one of the greatest things ever made. Like literally ever made. I mean, guys, so guys, since she's deciding to mess with us by not giving us new music, she writes. I mean, she's written stuff. She's just like messing with us. With that Talking Heads tribute she did with that Take Me to the River, she was like totally messing with us. Like, oh, you want some new music? Here's a cover. You're gonna deal with it. Like, well, come on, Lord, what are you doing to us? Oh my gosh, you can't. I think it's like almost like her discography is almost too perfect though, maybe. So maybe it's like, it's like too much to have to like get the next one has to be so perfect again. It doesn't have to be. We just need it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be perfect. Lord, just give us some music. Guys, let's get into this, guys. Guys, Lord, on Hot Ones, guys, let's get it right into it.
I'm not sure you need to read any further with that one.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Alright, get to it.
With hot questions and even hotter wings. And today we're joined by...
My bad, guys. If you guys know me, if you guys have watched me react to Hot Ones before, you know that I do not like this show. I'm not a fan of this show. But I'm going to try not to complain. I'll try not to talk too much shit. It's just that this dude, I mean, I don't. It's not like I know him personally. I don't hate him or anything, but it's just like that's some of the questions, and then it's just too like waka waka, or it's just like, alright.
She's a 2-time Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter, and she's back with her long-awaited, much-anticipated third studio album, Solar Power. The latest singles,
that's what
Stone
this
at the
was
Nail
for.
Salon
Okay.
and Solar Power, are available now, as well as a multi-continent tour set to begin next year.
Run.
Lord, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
What's going through your head right now as you prepare to chow down this afternoon?
Well, I am hungry. The wings look pretty good. But I just said to you before, I feel like I'm inside the internet. Like, it is a weird sensation to be here. So it's a little surreal, but I'm ready.
See, again, I'm my bad, guys. I promise I'll try not to pause it too much. But it's like, and I get it. I get what this is. It's supposed to be a show, and I get it. It's a big production. I get it. And now it's not just on YouTube. It's on like Netflix, right, or Hulu or something. I understand, but it's like that, like this. Look, really, they have to have the shot of them with the waka waka drinking out of the just like. I get it. Everything's fake. I get it. But it's like, man, could we have could you guys just be real for a second, man? Like, not Lord, I'm saying, but like the show, it's where the whole thing, oh, isn't this crazy? Let's get the little shot. How about just fucking have a real fucking conversation? Whatever, let's get into it, guys. I'm only doing this for Lord, guys, because I love Lord. There's no other way I'd be able to watch this and do this. Same thing when we watched Anita on here. Who else did we watch on here? We watched someone else who was like, this is the only reason I was able to watch was because I love Anita so much. I love Lord so much.
Right. Delicious wine. This is yummy.
So as I touched on, you have an album on the way, and then feeding the fans in the meantime with your singles Stone at the Nail Salon and Solar Power. And I've heard you talk about threads that run through your albums, like the house party motif and melodrama. Is there a theme or even a color that you can identify in this, your most recent era of music?
Totally, yeah. Well, the color of melodrama was this kind of violet, this Egyptian violet, and this one was very much gold, kind of sun, golden hour type color. I basically thought of the album as like a sun worship album. I'm not religious in any way, but my experiences in nature in the last couple of years were as close to what I had experienced as religion. So it was like a sort of devotional record for me. That's how I thought about it, and just very gold.
Crazy.
Joyful.
I gotta hear it again. I love that album.
Nice flavor. Fruity.
So far, hit right.
I like it.
Yeah, let's go.
It's so nice to eat a wing, my god.
It's been too long.
Just in the pop star life, I feel like you're not like smashing wings that often, you know?
You gotta look for an excuse like this, you know?
Yeah.
What do you think about the geniusification of music? Like, for music fans, what do you see as the pros and cons of an artist decoding their own lyrics?
Wow. I actually, when like a big release comes out, one of the first things I will do is go on Genius, because I'm such a lyric nut. In the past, I'd always sort of thought it's all open domain, like I sort of wasn't precious about any details, but as I get older, I find myself saying, no, actually, I'm not going to explain that song. Not because I necessarily need it left up to interpretation, but because it's about something that's very precious to me and that I feel weird about, like, commodifying via, you know, something like Genius. But there's also sometimes the thing where the fans will annotate it and they're like, it has this many, it's syncopated in this way, which represents this number. And I'm like, oh, no, it's too much.
It's the cringiest thing when people do that.
Deep all the time, you know?
For real.
But I like it.
Oh, it's so cringe when people do that.
Bits in it? What are we talking here?
Yeah, and see how it's kind of shake up the bottom.
Ah. So how often are you changing out these sources?
So every season, you know, typically we'll do like a 12 episode season, and then
You know what's
put in
hilarious?
our new symphony of hot sauces.
You know what's hilarious is
Well, to the third way.
And this is kind of interesting.
it's like I have to say it again. My bad. It's just I said I want to.
Yeah.
First of all, hold on, because there's two hilarious things. First of all, the fact that she keeps having the same reaction. I love her reactions. She's had that same reaction. That's the third time going. I love that. But also, like, guys, I mean, not to. I said this like probably the last two times we watched this show, but like, guys, does this not look terrible to anybody else? Like, does this not look horrible? Like, should they not have got just one long table? Also, like, those tablecloths, like, it looks like they just picked them up for, like, $3.99 on sale at Party City or something. Like, how do you have a Coors Light sponsorship and it looks like this? This looks crazy. This looks guys, come on, guys. I know, I get it's a YouTube show, but I mean, this looks kind of crazy, no? Guys, this looks kind of crazy. Did I put this together? I could put something better than this if I actually tried it. And if I had budget and I had some money come in and I had these as sponsors, come on, guys. This looks crazy.
The third way.
And this is kind of interesting.
Look, Lorde.
Yum. Smoky.
Big pepper bomb, that one.
Really different to the last one. Mm-hmm. Really good.
And a little bit spicier, even.
A little spicier.
But nothing Lorde can't handle.
We're only on wing 3, you know? I'm like, do I keep double biting or do I save the Scovels? do they layer on? Like, how does it work with the...
Oh, there's definitely a cumulative effect as you work your way through.
That's what I thought.
So, to my knowledge, you're the first person from New Zealand that we've ever had in the hot seat. So
That's
if you'll humor us, we're hoping to get a guide to the Kiwi lifestyle directly from the source. Hokey Pokey ice cream, overrated or underrated?
I like it, but I'm more preferential to a cookies and cream, which I know you have here, but I think of as like a very New Zealand ice cream.
I read that in New Zealand, sheep outnumber people something like 10 to 1. For those of us who aren't lucky enough to live in a part of the world where that type of thing is happening, how do you explain the allure of devotion cheese?
I don't know, like, I'm a bit of a cheese connoisseur and love cheese, and kind of the zanier the better. Like, I've never met a cheese that was too funky and crazy for me. So Devotion is actually pretty chill. It's a sheep's milk cheese, but it just has this, just this slight grassiness that I really like. I would bring you a lump, but I think that's illegal.
Oh, really? To bring it into the...
Yeah, the pasteurization, I don't know.
So I gotta catch a flight.
Might not fly, Come down and I'll do your cheese board.
Hell yeah, I'll take you up on that. All right, Lorde, you ready to move on here to the fourth one?
I'm ready.
Hot Ones Barbacoa here.
Sick.
Guys, I'm just so curious for the people who enjoy this show. Do you just enjoy seeing the guests and seeing them, or do you actually enjoy the format and the host and his questions and everything? Because this is so... Let's just get guys, I love Lorde. It's not her. It's not that it's her. You know what I mean? But like... So you have Lorde again. So you have for some of you guys who watch it do have YouTube channels. Even if you don't, guys, imagine that you've your channel that you're watching here on. Imagine that you started posting videos on it, and imagine you get about half hour to sit down with Lorde, even though it's a wacky format like that. Okay, are you gonna be like, so the sheep outnumber people 10-1 in New Zealand? What about this cheese? What are you talking? What is this? I can't, man. Oh my gosh,
really
bro.
delicious lunch. I'm not gonna lie.
So far.
What'd she say?
This is a really delicious lunch. I'm not gonna lie.
So far.
So far. At number 4. Yeah. Yum.
So I know that you love the growling tiger that's at the...
Oh, that was the second one. Did you guys feel it? It doesn't matter, but did you guys feel it earlier when there was that slight little lull? And Lorde kind of saved it because she's such obviously a pro at just having to fucking be talking and doing all these interviews and shit. But like, even right there, you felt it, right?
Yeah.
So I know that you love the growling tiger that's at the top of the bridge of your song Sober. Mm-hmm. Can you give us another example of being drawn to an effect in the Jack Antonoff library of strange sounds?
So this album features a lot of cicada singing, cicada music.
And solar power.
Yeah. And that was something that I just started recording on my phone in New Zealand because the sound of cicadas to me, it's so emblematic of New Zealand summer. And I love the idea of immortalizing that on this record. So I would just sort of go outside every time I would hear raging and get a little recording. But I didn't realize that this year's Brood X, which is this big kind of boom of cicadas once every 17 years. The last time it happened was in
17,
2004.
guys. My lucky number, guys. 2004, 417.
I guess J-Lo and Ben Affleck were together,
That's
and now
too
they're
much.
back together. So people are like, oh, like Brood X, like it's in there. So I guess I'm right on trend with my cicada moment, but I have been taking the recordings for a couple of years. I'm intrigued by this yellow guy. Ginger goat, pineapple and ginger, yummy.
All right, Lorde, we have a recurring segment on our show called Explain That Graham. We do a deep dive on our guest Instagram, pull interesting pictures that need more context. You challenge us a little bit with yours. But we'll show you the pictures over here on the monitor. You just tell us the bigger story. This is during your Glastonbury and your Coachella performances. You ended up using this big glass box for dancers. And I'm curious, how seriously do you think about stage design?
I don't know, like making music is amazing.
How seriously? Pretty seriously? A little seriously? Not too seriously? How seriously do you take stage design? That's what he's asking her, guys. Again, guys, I know it might seem like I'm just being an asshole and I'm being super nitpicking and everything, guys. Not even like a question involving her thoughts on stage design. Just how important is it to you? Sounds like guys, you ever like get one of those emails like take this survey and win a $5 gift card. Like, and then it's like, how important is this to you? Somewhat important, kind of important, neutral, very unimportant. Like what kind of questions? Oh my gosh, man.
Coachella performances. You ended up using this big glass box for dancers. And I'm curious, how seriously do you think about stage design?
I don't know, like making music is amazing, but you can do that on a very small scale in your bedroom. But designing a tour, like that's real shit, you know, that costs real money. And I'm always like, I always feel like it's such a privilege to be like, let's make this thing out of steel and glass, and then it shows up, you know. So super important to me. Whoa, I just like touched.
Yeah,
like
that was close.
I saw the eyebrows.
I was gripping, yeah, I was gripping the table.
I am a little itchy. I'm gonna use like a pinky. Okay. So I'm pretty excited when I go to a show and it's something more real, you know, or more kinetic. So the box was a really cool thing to get to make. And you look down on the crowd, like I remember, it's very surreal.
And then when you have all those different moving parts, you know, and a multimedia presentation, is there a time where the technology has failed you during a live show?
Oh, yeah. Yes, actually. Oh my God. We played this festival called Bonnaroo, and it was like roasting hot, and our gear just started frying. And I was just standing on the side of the stage waiting to go on. There was a comedian called Hannibal Buress.
He's done the show. I know Hannibal. Yeah.
So he was there, and I didn't know who he was at the time, but he was like, do you want me to go on and do a set to like keep them? And I was like, no, like who is this person? I was like, very stressed
That's
out.
hilarious.
I probably should have taken him up on the offer because
That was
he's
nice
a
of him, yeah.
legitimately funny person. So thank you, Hannibal.
I feel like this is me fighting against evil.
You're not going to lose to a wing. You're not going to let a chicken wing.
Yeah, teacup masala, so like a little Indian
Curry
energy.
vibe.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you were waiting to see Lorde, you had to see Hannibal Buress first? That's amazing. That's hilarious. I remember that clip when went viral with the Cosby thing. I was not LCD sound system status, but I mean I was there.
You really get that cumin and getting a real profile.
Yeah, check it out.
Well, coconut milk, ginger, cumin, garam masala.
Speaking to you.
I love how excited she was about the garam masala. That's how I am anytime. Anytime if you get that the chana masala, there's a lot of masala one, but the chana masala. Shout out the chicken tikka masala, but the chana masala.
Garam masala.
She's so excited. Garam masala.
Ginger, cumin, garam masala.
Speaking to you.
Like that.
Certain artists like Kendrick Lamar, Frank Ocean, somebody who actively avoids the spotlight when you're in between projects. And then you have that line in Solar Power about throwing your cellular device under the water. Can you reach me? No, you can't. How do you think about creating that distance between yourself and public attention? Like, is it just all about isolating yourself so that you can create without distractions? Or is it you yearning for a sense of personal privacy?
It's a combination of those two things. I am by nature a very private, introverted person, so it sort of suits me better, but also I think there's a certain kind of zone you can get in when people are gassing you up and telling you you're the shit all the time, you know. I felt, obviously I sort of became well known super young. 16 is a time when so much is changing about yourself, and I feel like I made a real choice at that age to not really let that validation change my day, because you could be, maybe not showing up for your loved ones, and it's just a slippery slope, I think. I feel like I'm being boring. I'm not like...
No.
I'm not sizzling out. Like,
Well, this next one...
I'm about to eat my words.
might change things.
Sick.
So this is Hotter Than L.
Hotter than L. I taste that Scotch bonnet.
Wow.
Fruity. Can you taste it though?
Yeah, but I like that you have a palate that can sense the
I love
Scotch
to
bonnet.
cook. That's nice. Is it unwise to double bite at this point?
Let's go.
Yummy.
Hell yeah.
Do you just like dab nose if I don't want to touch it. Okay. Yeah.
So I know that you led your middle school to a second place finish in the 2009 Kids Lit Quiz World Finals.
Oh, yeah.
And
I was
then-
like, what's this going to be? A Battle of the Bands debut, perhaps?
The literature
Thank you so
finals.
much. Yeah, one of my finest achievements, honestly.
And then recently you changed your Instagram bio to be a quote by Joan Didion. Do you have a favorite literary reference from one of your songs or music videos?
That's a really good question. Definitely for this last album, a quote that I thought about a lot by a writer called Annie Dillard was, how we spend our days is of course how we spend our lives. I've been thinking about A Midsummer Night's Dream recently, actually. That was something I read as a kid that it was so evocative, the kind of depictions of being outside in the sunshine, you know, these like kind of fairies and centaurs and stuff sort of frolicking. So I went back and read some of that, and it, you know, obviously still holds up.
yeah.
Shakespeare still holds up. I don't know that about it, but
Oh my god. Alright, guys, Lorde is literally the best. Like she said something ridiculous. She called herself out on what she said. She's the best. Literally, she's the best. Anybody who knows to do that, who actually does that and has self-awareness about themselves is obviously, right? How do you write greatest albums of all time? You gotta be amazing. Guys,
this one's pretty dark in a way that looks a little concerning.
Sizing it up.
It's almost bitter.
There's not a lot of
No?
redeeming qualities. You know, I saw how you checked out the teacup masala ingredients. I'm not sure you need to read any further with that one.
Yeah, I don't like it.
No one does.
Oh, so that's been around for a while.
For this reason, you know?
I feel it.
Yeah.
The bitterness is really the overwhelming quality.
Wow. But your composure through this thing, it's a sight to behold.
It's hot. It's hot.
Last month, you published a photo book called Going South, which chronicled your trip to Antarctica. What's the most memorable experience you had with wildlife in the South Pole? It's been kind of a theme throughout this season. We had David Harbour on, and he went to visit the penguins.
Oh, that's right.
You know about David Harbour going to see the penguins?
I actually do. He went to Antarctica also because not many people go there. So I think I saw him and I was like, tell me more. Well, I had this crazy experience. I went out with a whale scientist on this like midnight whale tracking expedition. And we went in this helicopter and they had like all the doors and windows open, which seemed insane to me, but it is hot. Yeah, we just kind of flew along the ice shelf because you can't fly over open water in Antarctica because it's so dangerous. So I had this crazy surreal experience of it being midnight and we're like flying over this kind of channel looking for these orca. Still to this day, like I don't think I have done anything cooler than that. And maybe never will. Like, it's probably it.
That's probably it.
It's, I do, yeah, I feel it.
She's hilarious.
You know, you said when you walked in, you're like, oh, I feel like I'm in the Matrix. You know,
Yeah.
seeing the black curtain. And
Yeah, you're gonna
Once you
edit
try
the
to
like
bomb.
the zings onto me, the noise.
yeah,
I need to like do an expression that I'll be like and I don't look crazy.
yeah. Wait till you see what Colin does with that one.
Can't wait. I can imagine like people totally panicking. Like it's a high stress.
Way to do
Sorry,
press.
my nose is just like pouring. Whew. Okay. Alright.
All right, so this next one is the Scorpion Disco.
I love that name.
9 spot.
Yeah. Funkin' hot. That's nice. That's a nice little like
Everything is a little bit easier.
It's almost
you know?
a two-biter.
Oh, all right. Well, if you call two-biter.
I like it. Still my favorite flavor-wise was this jalapeno.
Take it
That's
with you.
nice.
Take it with you.
Really?
I think yeah.
Shit, thank you.
She's hilarious. Oh my god.
So a lot has been made about your undercover Instagram account where you review onion rings, which was active at least as recently as last April. As an aficionado of the art form, what to you are the keys to a perfect onion ring?
Okay. I want an onion that has been cut thickly. I'm not, I want like kind of like this. I want a pretty toothsome vertical bite. I want a pretty crisp yet thick crust. I want it to have some substance. I guess I'd probably more be into a battered than a crumbed.
You're forced to make a choice, yeah.
And forced to make a choice, so that's maybe the way that my bias skews. I like a white onion, although I have had a few already.
I gotta agree. I gotta say though, the thing about batters sometimes is if you don't eat them like in 0.2 seconds, they get soggy right away. A crumb one, is more could stay crispy longer. But I might agree though that the battered one actually is better. But I think overall, I have to go crumb, guys. I just have to throw that out there. And also, this is super normy. Again, back to the Waka Waka. They're doing this Waka Waka style of editing. Oh, look, is it Waka Waka? It's like she's going on forever. Isn't this crazy? Why did just have a freaking still shot or just?
I like a white onion, although I have had a few red onion rings that have, caught my eye. So, but I feel like Chicago would be a good.
It's a good onion ring
ring
city.
Town. I don't know why I get that vibe. It just seems like.
Yeah, Midwest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
onion ring.
You know what? But that assumption it's not misguided. It's
Okay.
true. It's an onion ring. It's an onion ring town. And what I find with an onion ring, to me the minus points on an onion ring is when you bite in, you need the onion part to break on the bite.
I agree.
Sometimes you'll pull out.
Nothing worse
and you'll
than the
just
threads.
pull that thing right
You don't want to
out.
get down with that. No.
That to me is what makes an onion ring
Makes a
sink
mockery
or
of the
swim.
institution. I completely agree. Yeah, I want that separation to happen.
Same page right there, Lorde.
Also, I'm just so curious. I wonder what happened. Why? Because when they had that clip of him and Hannibal Buress earlier, they were at the same table. This just looks awkward too, right? It just looks like. Or is this because was this going down during COVID or something? Because this is 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. Well, maybe it was because of COVID. Is that why? If that's the reason why, then fine. But even still, you could have just had one long table, though, right? I get it because they were already using that, so it's hey, too. I don't know. This doesn't look good though. This looks really bad. This just looks awkward. I don't know. I hate the way this looks.
This is the last dab. We call it the
Wow.
last dab because the tradition around here to put a little extra on the last wing. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I can see where this is headed.
Oh, you can see what it is. Okay, wait, I will give it a check.
Even she was shut up. She was hold up, we gotta run that. She couldn't. Oh my god.
If you don't want to, but I can see where this is headed.
Oh, you can see what it is. Okay, wait, I will give it a check. Oh, that's a bomb. Unpleasant.
It sticks
I
with
feel
you.
bad for them that I've dissed out
Don't.
this
You know what?
this
Don't.
sauce, but
Don't. By the years and years of celebrities accosting this sauce.
Right.
There's, you know what I mean?
It's
Any
good.
press is good press in the hot sauce game.
So can I ask you, do you have a crazy amount of hot sauces at home, or are you ugh,
So
I just can't think about hot sauce when I go home?
So that's a good question. So when it comes to wings, I'm over wings. I don't want to eat another wing if I'm off the clock, and then everybody thinks of me as a
I bet people
walking
send
wing
them over in
encyclopedia.
restaurants.
Yeah.
Do you get
So-
a wing sent over?
Yes, all the time. But
It
I
tends to be the
appreciate
onion
it.
rings. I'm
It's
like,
love. It's love. I appreciate it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
but every time I sit down, it's oh, and this is from the chef. And
Yeah.
then they'll, present me wings, and I'm like,
That's
all right,
funny.
thank you. It's very sweet.
Right,
But then
yeah.
also the other thing is like, I'll have friends that are like, I'm visiting Seattle, like where's the best spot to get wings? Like I have this encyclopedic knowledge of every wing spot in the country. Like I'm
Oh,
an
gosh.
expert on wings.
You're
So
like, no.
wings, I'm over, I've turned the corner, but because of the show and perhaps counterintuitively, I have gained a new appreciation and love for hot sauce because you meet all these different makers and you hear all these
Right.
different stories. And then I've tried so many different kinds and seen the way that it elevates food and changes things on a culinary level. So to answer your question, I now love hot sauce even more, and I even have a whole just you open a cabinet in my kitchen.
Oh
It's
my
just
gosh.
a Hall of Fame wall of hot sauce that goes like 5 shelves deep.
I love that. I love that for you. I just did a hearty last time.
That is, cheers.
Hey,
Cheers. Lord.
cheers. Yum. Get that bonnet.
Just enjoying, just out here
Tasty.
having lunch, Lord. Double bite. Oh no. The perils of wearing white on your wing shop.
Disaster.
Okay,
It's
Lord.
really delicious.
Finally, we've made it to the end here. And if we've learned anything all along the way, it's that you're a stalwart of pop music, beautifully obsessed, as evidenced by this quote. A lot of musicians think they can do pop, and the ones who don't succeed are the ones who don't have the reverence, who think it's just a dumb version of other music. You need to be awestruck. It's a simple question, but feel free to take it as deep as your hot sauce soaked brain wants to go. What do you find sacred about pop music?
I'll put the wing down for that. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Take that question.
I gotta put the wing down
Ever
for
since I was a
that.
kid, even before I made anything, I had this sneaking suspicion that it was more difficult to speak to a lot of people than it was to speak to a small amount. There's something really special about that. And just like, I love, writing a pop melody, like, there's nothing better, for it to be simple but just secretly complex and to kind of trick the brain. It's probably not dissimilar to that. You can't fake it. It's a real experience. So that's kind of what it is for me. Just that feeling of being able to talk to a lot of people, and to make something that is kind of highbrow, but also, can be enjoyed in really simple ways.
Drop the wing and drop the mic. Lord, taking on the wings of death and living to tell the tale.
It was
Tossing
a
the
true
napkin.
pleasure. I really enjoyed this. Thank you for having me.
I enjoyed speaking to you today. This was such a lovely experience. And now, Lord, there's nothing left to do but roll out the red carpet for you. This camera, let the people know what you have going on in your life.
Oh, this bit. Okay.
Oh, this bit.
I have an album coming out. It's called Solar Power. It's out on August 20th. So check it out if you want to. But mainly check out Hot Ones. Thank you.
Thank you.
This was really fun. I had a great time.
What was your second favorite?
I do like that ginger goat. And I really like that Scorpion Disco. That was nice.
And you like the name. What is
I
it?
love the
Funkin'
name.
Hot?
Funkin' hot. I love that you're like the high priest of this
I know. It's just it kind
hot
of.
sauce universe. Like, could you ever have expected that this would be your life?
Guys, that was, I will say, that was, that went better than I expected. It really did go better than I expected. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I don't know, guys. Again, the way I love all kinds of music and stuff, I don't love all kinds of other stuff, though. I just happen to love all kinds of music. There's all kinds of other stuff that I don't love, and I will just ramble and talk shit about, guys. Yeah, but I will say, though, this made me love Lorde 20 million times more, guys, because literally, guys, I love spicy food so much. It's I mean, I eat it all the time. I literally take fucking, like, habanero salsa with me everywhere I go. Like, literally. Like, everybody who knows me knows that. Like, I always have shit with me. Actually, I always have, like, a bag with me. Guys, I'm not kidding when I say I have in that bag. I have a bunch of, like, random stuff that you might need randomly. Like, when you're out. It's like a backpack that, like, I'll take with me. and I have random shit in there. Everything you need: grinder, papers. Just emergency supplies, the essentials: grinder, papers, you know, random stuff, whatever. Sometimes a change of clothes. You never know when sometimes you're out and something happens. You need also you need a change of clothes. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to drive back to home and all. Whatever. I have a bunch of random stuff, but guys, in that bag, I literally have 10 different kinds of hot sauce. I'm so serious, guys. I'm not even joking when I say I have 10 different kinds of hot sauce. So guys, I really love hot sauce, and you know, the spicier the better, obviously, of course. You know what I mean? And I only have ever met in my entire life one person who, I mean, everybody likes spicy stuff to an extent, but I've only ever met one person in my entire life who eats like crazy spicy stuff, like I do. My best friend, which is probably why we're best friends. I think because of that. But guys, see Lorde right now, guys. That's the only, every other time I've seen this show, everybody's like dying by like the fourth or fifth one. She was just ate it, like, yeah, no problem. Like, she legit, like, guys, she's the best, guys. I'm so serious, guys. That literally made her go up like so much higher in my mind now. Like, I love her that much more. I'm so serious, guys. You don't understand, guys, because that means like, guys, it's like, guys, remember Freaks? One of us. Like, it's just one of us. The super crazy chili heads, you know? You know what I mean? I buy like big bag of habaneros. You just roast them, and you just, while you're eating with the meal, just eat them with the side. Just eat them whole. Oh my god, they're so good, guys. Man, guys, I really love Lorde so much. As a matter of fact, I'm so serious when I say I'm gonna just go listen to Lorde now. I'm not even kidding, guys. I was planning on making another video. I was actually planning on doing something else, actually. See, I was actually planning on doing Never Say Never from Brandy, but you know what, guys? No. I'm gonna hear melodrama again. I'm listening to this again for the 417,000th time. Guys, we'll be back. Shout out to everybody. I love you guys. We still have to do, there's still some more Lorde stuff to do because there's still more videos that we haven't watched, which I know is crazy that we haven't even got to all the videos yet, so we'll be getting to those soon. I think I've just been so, I mean, guys, I'm not even kidding though, I've played this at least 200 times maybe? I don't even know the number since we first heard it on this channel. Like, I'm obsessed with it in every single way, guys, so, yeah, we'll be definitely, and the other two albums are great too. I really love them, but this one is just, the other two albums to me are really great albums. This one to me is an all-time album. Like, maybe for you guys the other one too are all-time also. I'm not saying that they're not great albums, but I'm saying like, to me this is like, I'm talking about when you think about all the recorded music ever. Like, to me this one is like, this is top level. This is up there. This is with Dark Side of the Moon. This is up there with, you know what I mean? This is up there with the highest of the highest albums that I could think of. Like, up to, like, this album is, this is up there with Discovery. This is up there with, you know what I mean? The super top stuff. This is up there with Illmatic, or like the super top, you know what I mean? So guys, we have to get to, my point is we have to get to the videos, but we haven't got to them yet because I've just been so obsessed with this album. But I love the other two also though, because I have also listened to the other two a lot, but definitely not as much as this one. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling too much. I'm gonna shut up because I want to just roll a joint and go listen to this. So, guys, shout out to everybody. We'll be back. Guys, in the description, go check out my channel with my music. There's a link in the description. And guys, we'll be back.